Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another unboxing and first impression for you, and this is the House of Rasasi. House of Rasasi is another Middle Eastern perfume house from United Arab Emirates. I unboxed and reviewed few of the fragrances before, and for the price they are quite impressive. So this one in particular is from their Havos line. I unboxed and reviewed the original Havos, which was superbly good, fruity, aquatic, woody fragrance, very easygoing, very mass appealing, crowd pleasing, attention garner. So that was a big hit for the House of Rasasi, and they carried on in the tradition of Havos line with Havos Ice, which I never smelled, Havos Black, which is this one, and Havos Red, which I haven't got yet. So a few months ago this came out and it was a big hype about it. Almost every reviewer reviewed it and it was a super big hype. I don't like hype, so I always wait when the hype subsides and then I give you my opinion. Don't want to get caught up to that. Basically it's like a, what do you call it, peer pressure. Okay, so but before I do the unboxing, please, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons, like, subscribe, share this video with others, comment. All these things will help this channel to keep afloat, to survive, to bring you fragrances like this in future. Thank you very much as always, and let's go. So when you do unboxing, unfortunately you can't do anything about the noise, sorry about that. Okay, so a very simple box as the other Havos before this. This one is quite darker with a rose gold trimming. Sorry about that. Okay, so a simple box, which is good. I prefer simple packaging. I always say these things in my video: give me the simplest packaging but give me the best juice and I'll be very happy. But give me over the top presentation and you neglect the juice itself, it's a waste of time, waste of money and waste of effort. So I prefer simpler packaging. Let's see how is the bottle. So the bottle is exactly the same shape as the other Havos, but this one obviously is black. So the first one, the original, was transparent with a light blue color, and this one is completely black. You can't see through this, but what you can see is through the side, and it's a very deep dark amber. Not very deep, but dark amber. The cap is super heavy and is says Rasasi on top, and also it's what is it, serpent or snake on top, which is quite nice. And let's see the atomizer. Here we go. Good atomizer. Alright, so how is first impression for Havos? And this is Havos Black, is Eau de Perfume 100ml. In United Kingdom you can find it under £50. Ooh, strong, is feeling the room already. Goodness me. Woo. Okay, here we go. First impression. Whoa. So the first thing that hits me is the leatheriness of it. So it's very leathery, it's quite smoky. Hint of sweetness in here right now, but not too much, and also big on the citrus. So citrusy combination of few citruses in here. I can smell grapefruit, I can smell definitely lemon. I can smell bergamot, maybe even a hint of lime in here. So it's very citrusy. So it's amalgamation of different citruses, which give it a hint of brightness, but not too much. You opened up like a big citrus, but the citruses are grounded because there are so many deep dense notes and accords in here that it doesn't let the citruses to shine and be bright. So it is hint of freshness in here, but it's not too fresh. It's not I would categorize it, at least for a first impression, I will categorize this perfume as semi-fresh to semi-dark. Okay, well, at least for the opening. Okay, so it's I can smell oak moss in the base, and the oak moss in here is quite green, it's quite earthy, and also the patchouli is playing its role, and the patchouli is here is hint of chocolatiness to it, and also it's quite earthy. But sweetness, vanilla is in terms of vanilla. Yes, there is a vanilla in here, but it's not very sweet. So it is moderate on the sweetness. Again, at least for the first impression. But what a smell! So it smells. I don't get that much Aventus, to be honest with you. Maybe a hint of Aventus in here right now. But what I get mainly is what other people repeatedly said, which is quite close to Hachivat. Yes, is very, very similar to Hachivat. But I'm getting combination of things like maybe Hachivat, maybe a little bit of Creed Aventus, and maybe even a little bit of Creed Aventus Absolute, but not too much. So I would say for the first impression, the majority of what I'm getting in terms of similarity, first is Hachivat, which is quite prominent in here, and then Creed Aventus, and then Creed Aventus Absolute. But I'm not sure if they're going copying those ones, or they're going for their own DNA and they accidentally created something like, I'm not sure. But whatever they done a good job in here. Smells great. Smells quite mature. I would say at least 25 and up to be in the safe side. Is not as versatile and easygoing as the original Havos or Havos Ice, which I haven't smelled yet, but people say it's quite similar to the original one. So this one is quite a big departure. Not a big departure, but it is a departure from the original. And the next one, which is Ice one, Havos Ice, it's gone completely or different direction. And that different direction is that, as the name suggests, black. It is quite dark. Although it is true to the name, black, it's not super dark. You know, let's say the darkest fragrance as a reference is Encre Noir, 10 being the darkest as Encre Noir. This is around 5. Okay, so it's not super dark, but it is darkness into it nevertheless. So for the first impression, smells great. For the price, smells very, very good. House of Rasasi, they usually make good fragrances. Especially the original one was very, very big hit, and many people loved it for a good reason, because it was very, very easygoing. It was very refreshing. It was fresh. But this one is quite dark. Okay, I'm smelling some heavy greenness in here. Smells to me like cypress, but I'm not sure if it's a cypress in here. But it is leafy, it's green, it's grassy. Maybe it's a combination of the oak moss and the patchouli together, giving it that hint of earthy, green, mossy, almost like a dark grass. Yeah, it is quite grassy. Yeah, it is quite grassy. I'm smelling something boozy in here, which is funny. Yeah, hint of booziness, or at least for the first impression. It's the combination of that dark, maybe the leather is quite apparent in here, which is a little bit surprise for me, because I thought this is going to be similar to DNA of Hachivat, Creed Aventus, and Aventus Absolute, which all of those have some leather in them, but they're not prominent. Here the leather is amped up, so the leather is amped up, and also the greenness is amped up, the earthiness is amped up, and the freshness of both Hachivat and the Crediventis are toned down. So the freshness is toned down, and the dark elements and the earthy elements, green elements, are amped up. Yeah, and for that, it giving it a little of matureness, is giving it complexity, and also it giving it a little of classical feel to it. For some reason, I'm feeling something classical in here, which is similar to 80s and 90s fragrances. Not too much. Overall, it's quite modern, yes, but it's got some aspect of it which is quite reminiscent of classical world. Okay. Yeah, it's like it's like a boozy, earthy, dark, green, mossy, grassy, leafy, leathery. So all these aspects have given it a little bit of classical feel to it as overall as well. But it smells great, at least for my taste, for my experience. I'm a middle-aged man, so this is up my alley. And I would say this is quite on the mature side. I would say 25 and up on the safe side, at least for the first impression. In terms of season, this is better suited for cooler weather, but because it's got some freshness to it, well, at least for first impression, I think you can use it all year round, but you have to control the trigger. In winter, more sprays; in summer, less sprays, unless it's very, very high heat, and then it could be cloying. And in terms of occasion, this is very, very opulent. It's very nice. It's very opulent. It's very well done. It's very well blended. The ingredients are in here smells quite nice. They don't smell synthetic. I mean, there are synthetic elements in here, definitely for a price point, but they blended it in a way that you don't feel the syntheticness almost at all. So the perfumery is very good. The blend is very good. And it's quite smooth, it's quite rounded. It didn't have chemical feel to it, it didn't have harshness to it, which is very, very good. And I can't get over that classical feel to it. It's very, very classical for my nose, for my taste anyway, because I love that genre. I love the genre of green, grassy, oak mossy, earthy, leathery. It will take me back to my when I was younger. I used to have those perfumes, fragrances, and this is a little bit of reminiscence of those ones. So overall, for a first impression, I'll give it 2 thumbs up. I'm absolutely loving it, at least for my taste. I'm loving this because it's closer to my taste. Little bit surprised because I was thinking Hachivat, Credentis Absolute. I got a little bit of difference here, although it has got some similarity to those, but to me 50% of it, almost 50% of it, is quite classical, which is very, very nice. It was a nice surprise for me. Okay guys, so that was the first impression for this beauty. For a gender, this is, to my nose, is quite masculine, but obviously these things don't have, perfumes, fragrances, scent don't have gender. It's all marketing BS. It's all, we are conditioned to think that scent have the gender, same as color, same as food, same as taste, smell, scent, and perfumes and fragrances don't have gender. Okay, if you like a smell, you wear it. If you don't like a smell, don't wear it. As simple as that. For me, this is a beauty in a bottle, at least for first impression. In the next video, I'll let you know the rest of the story, how it develops, if it develops, and also the longevity and things like that. But for now, yes, up my alley. It was a nice surprise for me, and I absolutely loving it. Okay, guys, don't forget to hit those buttons, like, subscribe, and share this video with others, and comment. All these things will help this channel to keep afloat and survive. And don't forget, if you want to buy one of my own perfumes, I'm perfume myself. From the raw material to the perfume, I'm involved here, nobody else is involved. I'm the perfume, I'm the artist, I'm the worker. So you're getting true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in the United Kingdom. They are very artistic, ultra beast mode, and they smell great. I'll leave them in the link as well. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Bye bye bye.